These are my Bauer Vapor inline hockey skates, and I am going to be here in my neighborhood and trying them out for the first time. There is how they look on the side with the high-low wheels, 76 millimeters in the front and 80 millimeters in the back with the 82A hardness. They are designed for the outdoors, and I am going to be ripping up the concrete with them today. With these skates, I will be practicing my turns and my curves, and I will also be practicing my speed. I want to know, can they go through grass? Are the wheels hard enough to roll? Wearing these inline hockey skates is like skating on top of clouds. You can't even feel the concrete. The wheels are so soft, but at the same time so hard. It's almost like I'm riding on wheels made of gel. They make a slight hovering noise. They're not very loud. And they are easier to maneuver. The turning on these inline skates is like turning on a dime. Bauer inline hockey skate music, please. I have had my share of wheels in the past 8 months, and so far these wheels have been the best for me. They have a forward stance with the 76 millimeter wheels in the front and 80 millimeters in the back. That gives you a feeling like you're standing forward, like if you were in a hockey game you would be ready to go. I'm not a hockey player and I do not know anything about hockey, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't be any good at it. Who knows? Maybe I'll just go out and buy me a hockey stick and a hockey puck and practice shooting me some goals of my own. I gotta find a hockey rink somewhere in Houston first. And I think I know just the place to go. But until then, I will enjoy these inline hockey skates like there is no tomorrow. I'm going back out onto Highway 3, and I would like to stay on Highway 3 as short as possible so I avoid any incoming traffic. There are a lot of rocks alongside Highway 3 that I am very cautious of. Always when trying new skates, it is better to skate in a safer area so that you are not blinded to how you would react to them in an emergency situation. I have skated in these skates prior to this just to get a quick feel to make sure I understood the skate and how it was going to react in a quick response situation. And this is my initial run, so this would be my first long stretch of skating in these skates. Of course, I skate in an area that I'm more comfortable with whenever I try skates for the first time. There are some exceptions. I hit my camera on the ground. Adjust it slightly. So by far, this is my favorite pair of skates because of the maneuverability. I can turn where I want, go where I want with ease. It's not the fastest skate in the world, but they will do. I can tell whether I'm going to like a skate within 5 minutes of trying it on. Some skates you kind of need to wear a little longer to figure out whether you're fully going to like it or not. Depending on the skate will be depending on whether or not my feet can endure whatever pressure points it has. What I mean by that is sometimes you can try on a new skate and you can skate in it for the first 2 days and be just fine. And then the third and fourth day roll around, you get an aching blister on your heel or on the sole of your foot. For me, myself, I like to wear thinner socks. I tried wearing the thick cotton socks, but my feet tend to sweat a lot, and those thick cotton socks collect a lot of sweat, and my feet feel rather tight in the skates. Even when I go out and I buy skates, I make sure I wear thin socks because that's what I like to wear. If you yourself, you do wear thicker socks, I know people to wear 2 pairs of socks even. That's what you should wear whenever you go out and you buy your inline skates. Because if that's what you're going to be wearing, you don't want to be wearing a thinner sock when you're buying your inline skate and then get home and find out they don't fit correctly when you wear your 2 thick socks. For me, thin socks is just fine. I am searching for that perfect sock right now. I know there is no such thing, but there are some socks better than others. I have gotten blisters in thick socks, and I have gotten blisters in thin socks. And that is my first trial and error. Just now remembering that there is no brake on my right skate. I am so used to that. That is another thing with these skates, they don't come with brakes. You have to use your wheels. Or some kind of method to slow yourself down, such as grass. The pavement can slow you down pretty good when you're falling into it. I find out that these skates roll on grass better than I thought they would. That was me almost slipping inside the grass. Underestimating this skate. You probably couldn't see it, but I could feel it. I do notice one thing. When I wear these skates, I have a slight tilt in my left foot. I call that my goofy foot. That foot, no matter what pair of skates I buy or try out, if I have a pair of bad skates that are not designed correctly, that foot will tell me. Hopefully with these skates, I can strengthen that angle and I can straighten that foot out. I don't feel any discomfort. And at the time of me skating in these skates, I did not feel that that foot was at an angle. But now that I look back at the video, I can see it is at a slight angle. And that is something I need to improve in. So that is a good thing about wearing your inline skates and filming it. You can see what you need to improve in, what you need to get better at, and how aware you were at the time that you were wearing that skate. Inline skaters should be very aware of their surroundings. Just the same as a motorcyclist would be riding a motorcycle. You never know when that dog is just going to be right around the corner. You always need to look for traffic. Be aware of gravel, cracks, potholes, anything that you think your wheel cannot go inside and come out successfully. So far, one of my biggest disadvantages to skating on a sidewalk would be skating at an angle. Simply because I don't think inline skates are really designed to be skating at an angle. but I can manage for a short distance until I get to some level ground. I see my camera mount is pretty loose. Just another opportunity for a full body shot. Camera angle is important, but not as important as your safety. If you fall to the ground because you are distracted by the camera, then shame on you. Well, I guess I'll go back to the shot of my feet again. Maybe next time I should use my wide angle lens with a .67 view. Again, I'm picking up some pretty good speed in these skates. Yes, I could wear the fanciest speed skates out there with 100 or 110 millimeter wheels. But also I think speed determines on the person inside the skates. Your speed more than likely will be determined on how fast you want to go. I am deciding to end this segment because I was quite tired. Now this is my segment after I've gotten some rest. A tired skater is a worthless skater. Here's my takeoff. Pick up my camera and go right back down the street from where I left off. Always keeping a continuous flow is not always easiest, especially at different times of the day. Sometimes I can kind of wimp out considering how much I've been skating. If I've been skating off and on, I get tired easy. If I skate consistently every day for 20 minutes, I will be a skating champion. It depends on consistency. That means whether you lose weight, whether you excel, however you do it, if you're consistent with it, whether it be jump roping, playing basketball, soccer, if you do it every day, you're going to lose weight, you're going to get better at it. I need to get better at outrunning dogs. In some films you will see me carry an air horn. That is actually a very good method I found to be. The air horn is pretty loud, and I don't think too many animals or human beings can withstand how loud it is. And at the same time, I do not harm the animal. I've known people to carry mace, and I don't feel comfortable macing a dog. My idea is an air horn, and I plan to stick to it. I don't go looking for trouble. If I see a dog maybe 25 to 30 feet in front of me, I will go the opposite direction. Ooh, that one's a close one. At this point, I am heading back home and using what is left of my energy. A good skate is whenever you skate 30 minutes to wherever your destination is, You skate another 20 minutes at your destination, and then you skate back 30 minutes. That is a very good skate. If you did that consistently, you would be an awesome skater. But of course, not everybody's schedule allows them to skate an hour and a half to 2 hours a day. So 20 minutes a day is just perfect. It's doing something. People do work and people do have jobs, and they do have friends. But if you really enjoy doing something, you're going to do it. I've had people come up to me and say, "Skating? How old are you?" "I am as old as my body says I am, sir." I would say the most dangerous part about skating would be falling. Pretty much within your first 6 months, if you haven't learned not to fall within those 6 months, then you should probably stop skating. Usually in that time frame is about what it takes to learn a skill and be somewhat confident with it. You're not going to be an expert, but you will be somewhere. Skating can be fun. Well, this comes to the end of my skate. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I look forward to next time. These are my Bauer Vapor inline hockey skates. Over and out.